The sun is shining this morning, so that's great. Yay! The rain has brought the sunshine, which is amazing. Welcome to Just for Today. It is brought to you by Promise Resource Network. I'm Christie, and today I have the title The Gift of Memory. So please, if I forget to say this later, I want to say it now. Please share um, after this is over with. Please share with your friends on your pages, any group pages that you have. That would be great. So I'm going to just dive right into our reading. Please let me know that you're out there. Um, so, just for today, just for today, when I am troubled about what lies ahead, I look back to see where I've been. When I was very new to my recovery journey, I would say, I'm better off now than I was before I started my recovery journey. I'll keep coming back. When I grew frustrated because of all the changes I wanted to make in myself, I said, at least I am aware of the problems. Now I know what I am dealing with. And recently I found myself saying, if someone had told me a year ago that I would be where I am today, I wouldn't have believed it was possible. Time offers me evidence that my recovery journey works. I can see the growth in my life. The longer I live by these principles, the more evidence I have. This reinforcement provides strong support in times of doubt and helps boost my courage in times of fear. Just for today, when I feel unable to move or when I am filled with fear, I have a wonderful gift to help clear my way, the gift of memory. Too often, my memory has given me sadness, bringing back past hurt and shame. But now I can use my memory to see the progress I have made and to know to trust the wonderful recovery process. All I have to do is pay attention. And then here's the quote for today: God gave us memories so that we might have roses in December. And that quote is by James M. Barry. I love that quote. God gave us memories so that we might have roses in December. Oh, good morning, David. Please let me know that you're out there. Um, I see somebody else that just got on, so please let me know that you're out there, and please share your experience, strength, and hope with our reading this morning. It's it's about our memory, and it's about having grace with ourselves and realizing where I was 10 years ago and where I am today, that I have grown and I have made progress in my own life. And this includes my family, and this includes, my relationships with my friends, and it includes my feelings, right? Like, so when I have anger or I have frustration in my life, I try really hard to journal. I try really hard to sit with those feelings and allow the opportunity for them to wash through. And then I remember what it was like 10 years ago in my recovery journey versus where I am today. And I'm able to have that gift of memory and look at how far I have come in my recovery and my wellness journey from the time it started back in 2006 to the time it is now. Like, I'm able to see all the growth that has occurred and all the growth that has happened. You know, um, I'm human too, so there are days where I feel like I haven't made any progress or any growth, or and on those days it really humbles me to realize how much I have grown and to look back in the past and to see where I was 10 or 15 years ago versus where I am today. I apologize. There's some noises going on around, so please ignore them if you can. I apologize for that. We are in community spaces here. Um, so, one thing that I really wanted to touch on is the part where it says, when I grew frustrated because all of the changes I wanted to make in myself, I said, at least I am aware of the problems. Now I know that I am dealing with them. Um, for me, change is really hard. And I don't know if it ever will be easy. And that's okay. But I can shift my mind. And when I shift my mind, I can allow the universe and my higher power to guide and direct me to the place where I'm supposed to be rather than the place that the mind is telling me I need to be. Because dealing with anxiety and depression, sometimes anxiety will get the best of me. And when anxiety gets the best of me, I can't seem to see the good or see how far I've come, which brings in my defect of perfectionism, right? And I have to be the perfect daughter, I have to be the perfect friend, the perfect coworker, the perfect everything. Well, from the time that I started my recovery journey to the time that I have now, all of the gifts that the universe has given me has been amazing. I've been able to reconnect with my family and have a relationship with my family and a strong relationship with my family. I've been able to reconnect with friends that I haven't seen in a really long time. The universe gifted me the opportunity to travel and to experience other cultures and see life through a different lens. And good morning, Kim. Allow me the opportunity to learn and grow spiritually as well as mentally and emotionally. And being able to, good morning, Pamela. Thank you so much for joining. I don't know if you guys were on when I read just for today, so I'll read it one more time, but it is about the gift of memory and realizing how far we've come in our wellness journeys and in our recovery journeys. It's so important that even on the worst days, that's our best day in this recovery process, right? I know it is for me before I even started my recovery journey. Even my worst day today is my best day. David said, I often utilize memory to reflect on the difference between the me of the early 2000s to me in the present day is amazing. It is. It truly, truly is. And Pamela said, right, because it is. We have so many opportunities and have had so many opportunities to grow. And it's amazing when I am in the right space and I am growing spiritually and I look back where I came from and where I am today and what the future holds, it is absolutely a miracle. A miracle. And I feel like you guys probably feel the same way. So I'm just going to read just for today again really quick so you guys can kind of understand and see where we're coming from. It says, when I am troubled about what lies ahead, I look back to see where I've been. When I was very new to my recovery journey, I would say I'm better off now than I was before I started my recovery journey. I'll keep coming back. When I grew frustrated because of all the changes I wanted to make in myself, I said, at least I am aware of the problems. Now I know what I am dealing with. And recently I found myself saying, if someone had told me a year ago that I would be where I am today, I wouldn't have believed it. Time offers me evidence that my recovery works. I can see the growth in my life. The longer I live by these principles, the more evidence I have. This reinforcement provides strong support in times of doubt and helps boost my courage in times of fear. Just for today, when I feel unable to move or when I am filled with fear, I have a wonderful gift to help clear my way, the gift of memory. Too often my memory has given me sadness, bringing back past hurt and shame. But now I can use my memory to see the progress I have made and to know to trust this wonderful recovery process. All I have to do is pay attention. And reading that again, gosh, how many times for me in my recovery journey have I sat there and said, you know, this isn't working, this isn't going to work, and all the negative thoughts that I had because I didn't believe in myself because of the fear that was inside of me and that I was surrounded with. I really didn't believe that I had it in me to do the next right thing. All I wanted to do was just hide away and isolate. And when in those moments and when I did that, that's when I would do self-reflection. And right, that's when I would go back and I would look at where I had been and where I came from and how much growth has ensued and the people in my life that I'm able to call when I'm feeling down or not feeling well, spiritually, and be able to call them and say, hey, this is where I'm at, and I just need a reminder. Um, Pamela says, our stories, I feel, can be someone's lifeline. And David said, indeed. And then Pamela said, oh, yeah, that's what I'm challenged with. Yeah, for sure. Um, right? The thoughts. The thoughts are, the mind is a powerful mechanism, and the human body is a powerful mechanism. And these just for todays really, truly bring me back to the solution and to what is mine and what's not mine, right? To what's mine and what I can do to fix it and to change it and to see the good in myself today in 2023 versus where I was in the early 2000s, like David said, right? There has been so much growth and so much change. And even more change came on a whole different spiritual level when I got into the car accident and I was hit head on by an intoxicated driver. And it gave me a totally different perspective on life, on my spirituality, my mindset. And, today, with even in our reading, I can show up all the changes that have happened throughout my recovery journey and having a deep and strong connection with the universe, which whom I choose to call my higher power, has given me the gift to show up and help in the community and help with my family and help with my friends and be able to still have those boundaries and those lines and know that I can show up and be the daughter and ask, how can I be of service to you? How can I help you? Whereas before I was so self-centered and I just didn't care about anyone or anything. And today I'm not that way. Today I have a plan. Today I have a higher power that grows with me. And today, everyone in my life, my family, my friends, my coworkers, they all have their conception of a higher power, and their conception takes care of them. And what I can do is I can continue to be that vessel. And when I feel fear and when I feel shame and guilt and sadness and emotions that no longer serve me, when those things come up, I have principles, I have a program, I have a process that I'm able to talk to someone about and inventory it and really look at, okay, am I staying in my lane? Am I staying in my lane and being supportive, or am I stepping over and this is why I'm feeling these emotions that no longer serve me? Because I know for me that when I'm in my lane, and I'm using my memory and I remember where I was and where I am today, it's a good day. When I allow my emotions and my feelings that no longer serve me to overrun me, um, and really, take over, then I'm not necessarily doing the will of my higher power. And I'm taking that control back and I'm taking that will back and saying, no, 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 I got this. It's so much easier for me today. The one thing that I've learned over the years in my recovery journey It's a lot easier today for me to step back and look at myself and how I'm feeling and what I'm doing, and then be able to take that, and whether it be through prayer or meditation or walking in nature, or I always talk about this on Just for Today, um, a cold plunge or winter bathing, just to reset myself. And, the one thing that I will say today, and I want to challenge you guys with, is to allow yourself that grace. When you feel an emotion that no longer serves you, go back to a time when, you didn't have the things that you have today. And I'm not necessarily talking about materialistic things, I'm talking about more internal and the spiritual things in life. And, what feeds your soul, and where you were then and where you are today. Because this is ever changing, life is ever changing, and we're always growing. And each day brings new opportunities and new challenges. And we can look at that in, a positive light and what serves us, which is what I choose to do today, rather than the negative light that I always I always like was in. I always was in that, those emotions and those things that no longer serve me. And then I didn't have any grace with myself. And I was really angry with myself. Well, why am I not growing? Why am I not improving? Well, when I sit down today and again look where I was 10 years ago to where I am today, I have grown so much. And it hasn't just been me, it's been the action that I've taken, the footwork that I've done, the resources and friends and family that I have, the mentorship, and really allowing my ego and my pride to be removed so that I'm able to see those miracles and those blessings within myself. Because I go out in the community and I talk to people and I do things on a daily basis, and I see the miracles and I see the grace and the love in all of them, and I give them all of that. I deserve the same too. We all do. We all deserve our grace and our love and our own forgiveness. And this reading today really, it really brings that for me. It brings all of those things up. And, the support that I have now when I'm in times of doubt, it does. It gives me the courage when I call someone or when I journal or when I, and just being able to be present is a gift, right? The present is a gift. And it's not, and when I say the present, I don't just mean today. I mean showing up, and being present for others, being present for yourself, like showing up for myself every day, and what's good for me and what's healthy for me is so important. Because years ago I didn't do that. I showed up for everybody else and I made sure everybody else was okay, and didn't think about myself or take time for myself. And then by doing that, I ended up people pleasing, and then I tried controlling people in addiction, and it didn't work. And it caused a lot of chaos and a lot of insanity. And today I choose to not have that in my life. So I choose to continue to reflect. And again, when I feel that emotion that isn't serving me any longer, I make a phone call and I look at I reflect on myself and I look at, okay, why has this situation or this person or this place or this thing made me activated, right? Like, why am I triggered? What is it in me that I still need to heal that I haven't healed yet, right? Because when somebody triggers me and when I'm activated, especially with family, I know that there is something within me that I still need to look at and I still need to heal. And that's okay, because there's light and there's beauty that comes out of our cracks, right? Like out of our traumas, out of, addiction, and out of all of it. Addiction is addiction. It could be anything. It doesn't just have to be drugs and alcohol. It could be any and everything. And I used to be very addicted to the feelings, the negative feelings that no longer serve me. So I made it a point this year to allow those feelings to be felt, allow those feelings to be heard and be seen, and then allow those feelings to be released and let go. And whatever that means to you, right? Because what it means to me is probably something completely different than what it means to you. And that has brought a lot of gratitude into my life, um, a lot of gratitude and a lot of peace. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to be able to come on here just for today and share my lived experience and the growth that I have, and be able to listen to all of you guys and read everything that you guys put down, in the chat box and in the comments. And it's just great and it's awesome. And I'm forever grateful because it keeps me accountable, and it keeps me on my toes as well. Um, you know, Pamela said, yeah, I had to learn and practice boundaries with myself. I would put boundaries on people, but for myself, on myself, boundaries were a challenge. Yep, yep, yes, they are. Especially, I get that, especially when it comes to family for me, you know. Oh, it's okay, we'll do it this time, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. But it's only detrimental to myself and my recovery process and my connection with my higher power when I do have lack of boundaries. And boundaries, one of the things that I learned recently, which I think is really cool and I would love to share it with all of you, boundaries are not rigid. Okay? So they're flowing. You can flow because boundaries can be changed at any time in any relationship, right? So it's, again, it goes back to ever changing. We're always changing. Um, so I just wanted to share that tidbit of information. I really like that. Um, and I just want to leave you guys with this. I challenge all of y'all today to, when you feel fear or when you feel like you don't have courage or you feel these intense emotions that no longer serve you, give yourself grace and allow you and your higher power to feel and then release them. And know that I love all of you guys. And please, please share this on your page with your friends, family, groups. Let's get it out there. Let's get the word out there. Um, and again, this is brought to you by Promise Resource Network. And it was amazing seeing all of you guys today. And I love that all of y'all were involved and sharing your experience and where you're at. And I just love it. I love all of the vulnerability. Um, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I am forever grateful for it. And thank you guys so much for suiting up and showing up for Mondays Just for Today. And I love you all. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks again. Mwah. Have a good day, y'all. See you Wednesday.